Alrighty, hello everybody. Welcome. Oh wow, of course. Literally, I get into the stream and it's not working. All right, I think wait.
Oh dear.
That should fix it. Yep. Okay, I fixed it. I don't know what.
Hey.
I don't know what happened. Welcome back to Mini Makers, everybody. I told you, it's always got to be. You know, sometimes it just be like that.
It's not a Merlin stream unless there's scuff.
Oh, it's always just complete scuff. I just realized I forgot to change the text to say episode 4. Actually, it's episode 5 because I did a solo stream last week. There we are. Episode 5.
Episode 5.
There we go. Hi, everybody. Hi, Goldsmithers. Welcome back. It's one of those days, isn't it? Yeah, I'm joined by Mari. It's that time. Hashtag plug yourself.
Yes, hello. I am Mari. Recently going through a slight rebrand as a legally distinct cyberpunk VTuber. I have to put that out there. More as a joke than anything. But yeah, you can find me over at twitch.tv/MariTheGanger or over at Twitter more likely at Mackie of the War.
Radical. What are we painting / doing today, Mari? What are you doing?
I am working on my custom storm host for Age of Sigmar. And my camera doesn't show it perfectly, but
oh, we got some dramatic zoom. I like it.
I know my camera's upside down, but that is just the pain of Microsoft camera.
It's okay. Actually, I might be able to flip you, actually. I might be. Okay. Let me see if I can do this without destroying
breaking everything.
Without breaking everything. Alright. So if I go to... Nope, that's the wrong one. If I go here, transform, flip 90 degrees. Nope. I needed to flip 90 degrees. There we go.
You probably flip. You should have done flip 180 probably.
Yep,
but
I should have.
There we go. That's better.
90 twice works as well.
Yeah. But yeah, no. Going to be working on these, as I call them, the steel venators. Mostly, hold on, let's see. I've got a finished one here to give you an idea of the aesthetic.
Looks really good.
Yeah. The idea is that they are a storm host that has been mostly caught inside the realm of fire during the whole war, like during the Soul Wars and everything. So they're around like brimstone and stuff most of the time.
Cool.
What are you working on?
I am almost finished my Boyz. I have... How many do I have here? Well, I can count. That's 7. I have 7 complete. And I have 4 left. Well, I've got 2 half done, which I'll be finishing today. And then I have... Oh, scheiße. I have 2 others that are a little bit more crazy. A little bit... They've got a lot more moving parts. So yeah, I've got them. And then I think I'm done. All my orc stuff for now. Other than my orc war boss, which I'm currently building. And then I need to build and paint these bad boys.
Yeah. Oh, there we are, the war biker.
I'm so excited for these guys. So.
As he lovingly strokes the box.
Gotta stroke it. So yeah, I have a bit of a color scheme going on with my my Boyz. I don't know how well this is showing up on camera. It should be showing up okay. Let me just have a check. Yeah, it's coming up okay. I got a red and yellow kind of accessories kind of going on. And then just very boring brown and grey everywhere else.
Yeah, that looks cool. I'll admit I haven't painted orcs in a long time. Like the last orc I painted was the... Was it the model they brought out at around Christmas? Git Stomper.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And then before that, I haven't actually painted an orc since 5th edition.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, like I still have some of the 5th edition orcs downstairs. That was back before I knew, priming was a thing.
Yeah.
So I just covered them in metallic paint and called them the Chrome Boys.
Chrome Boys, I like that. Am I excited for the new codex? I sure am, because new rules is great, and also I never bought the original, so I'm not buying 2 codexes, which is nice. I almost bought it. I almost bought it a couple weeks ago and went, nah, I'll buy it when I like actually finish 500 points and I can actually play with them. I'm glad I did that. So I would have wasted money buying a codex, which was going out. But yeah, gotta get set up in that case. But yes, I'm very excited for the new codex. I actually need to have a look and see what's actually coming in it, because I haven't actually checked.
I don't think there's any new mainline orc models outside of Beast Knights.
So,
I know it's just the upgraded look for the boys. Don't know if the Weird Boy's getting a new model. I hope the Weird Boy gets a new model.
Yeah. Sometimes it just be like that, Goldsmithers. Sometimes you buy things without meaning to.
Oh.
And then a new version comes out almost immediately.
Yeah. Did you see, actually, speaking of Thousand Sons, Goldsmith, have you seen that they showed off the box set for them? They've actually shown off what's going to be in the Grey Knights versus Thousand Sons box set. So, I'm a little bit disappointed myself with the content. It does, okay, I'll admit, the two new models look nice. Also, can never go wrong with Scarbical Terminators. But the Grey Knight side is getting pretty gypped, if you ask me. Yeah, like they only have the one new sculpt on that, and that's the HQ model. Like the 2 strike squads are still the same old sculpt, and the Nemesis Dread Knight is the same old. And those are old sculpts, but at this point, I thought they would have added something like maybe. Yeah, no. So their new side is their half of the box is the new. What's his name? Cruz? I can't remember his name for the life of me. But it's him, 2 strike squads, and a Nemesis Dread Knight.
Oh my lord! Ooh.
What's wrong?
I just sneezed.
What was that?
I sneezed.
Oh.
It was a real weird sneeze.
Oh,
Lord.
It wasn't like it wasn't one of those sneezes where like it hurts your muscles afterwards, was it?
Oh no, but my jaw's a little bit weird now. Ugh.
I hate getting those like sneezes that like hurt the muscles in your arms afterwards.
Like I get it where it hurts my neck.
Oh.
Yeah. I just have to like stand there for a couple minutes and go, wow, alright, let's just wait this out. Yeah. I don't know whether I'm pretty sure I mentioned this in the past. I hate this paint. Like this, the...
Contrast?
White Scar. No, the layer.
Oh, White Scar. Have you tried Korax Way?
No, I probably should. Oh,
try Korax Way.
It's not my problem with the color. It's I don't. This should show up.
Is it the pit?
It's all lumpy and gross. Like, let's try and see if I can get.
Good. Probably, yeah. That would be my problem as well. Goes with this is like, they only want half the box, but then like the box in total is so nice that you don't want to split it.
Yeah.
have to admit, the new look of these Stormcast that they brought out with the new edition really looks nice. Like, they're not as overly bulky as the old ones.
Mm.
Oh, knocking them over. Oh my god.
Yeah, I think I was gonna split. I still need to get back to him. Actually, I was gonna split the Dominion box with a friend of mine.
Who's taking what side?
I was gonna take the orcs.
You want them cruel boys?
Yep. Well, I thought it would. I was thinking of running like an interesting kind of project where, because my plan for my army is basically running all melee orcs. So I wanted to get the Dominion box and run them as 40k orcs and just like chuck a couple like pistols at their side.
But just run them as like a melee charge army.
Yeah, basically. I basically hand making this orc army to destroy my Eldari friend.
Wow.
Because I have not been able to beat him as Tau. Because he just gets into combat with me like melee and I just die. Which, you know, is Tau.
Yeah.
But there is no real counterplay. So, yeah, I'm basically making these guys just to destroy him. So, I was thinking of doing that, but I don't know, I need to have a look and see what the rules are surrounding that.
Actually have some interesting models on the way myself. There'll be a nice change of pace. So, I actually, a few months ago, I joined up on, you know, the guy that used to do the painting tutorials for Games Workshop, Duncan?
Yes, I believe so.
Yeah, I joined up on his painting academy, right?
Mm-hmm.
And last week he got a promotion with a company called Parabellum Games to give out free boxes of their miniature game Conquest.
Okay.
So I actually managed to grab a free box of models.
Oh, that's awesome.
All I had to do was pay shipping, and that was it.
Pretty good deal.
Yeah. So I'm going to be painting some mercenary crossbowmen.
Yeah, I'm at this point now where I don't know what army to do next. Like, obviously, other than continuing to buy Tau and Orcs.
Have you considered, like, putting army names on a dartboard?
It depends, because I basically only play Xenos.
Ah.
But so do all my friends. And I don't want
to... You don't have, like, any Chaos players or anything?
No, like, we have a very, very small group of friends who, play. Oh, shit. And... I don't know why. Oh, yeah, that's why. Okay. G, if I just search up G, it should bring up Games Workshop. Cool. We've got a very small group of friends, and I think one of the guys, he technically plays Space Marines, but just because he bought the box with the Necrons in it. I forget which box it is.
Indomitus.
Yeah, he bought Indomitus, but he bought it for the Necrons.
Yeah.
So he has the Space Marines like painted and everything, but it's more of a technicality. I would call that treason against the Xenos way, but
wow.
Because I play Tau Orcs, Astrid plays Nids, and our other friend plays Necrons and Craft Worlds.
Ooh.
So there's nowhere left for me to go in Xenos. Really? Like, we could double up, that's fine, but I might go Chaos, maybe. Play Demons. So I'm not a fan of playing, I don't like the Space Marine kind of aesthetic.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan, personally. I get why people like it. It's just not for me. So I don't really want to play Thousand Suns or like any of the other Space Marine Chaos Armies, and I don't want to play the Imperium. So
Fair.
I have to stay loyal to my Xenos ways. Like, I could always double up and play Nids, but like a different type. But
like Gene Stealer Cult, maybe.
Yeah, I could play Gene Stealer Cult. I was so tempted. I was in a local game shop today, and I was so tempted to buy a bundle of Modern Horizons. Had to stop myself.
Those are like, what, 80, 90 euro?
Yeah, they're like 90.
Yeah?
They're like 90 Australian dollars.
Jeez.
Yeah, I couldn't justify it, so.
Well, it's Modern Horizons.
Yeah, I know, but I couldn't justify it to myself. I was like, I need to just buy singles instead. Need to be what's the word? Wow, I've forgotten the words. I don't know. I need to control my spending. Not that I spend a heap.
Yeah.
But,
I need to as well, to be honest. I really just kind of splurge at times because I just... I don't know, I spent a lot of time just doing retail therapy.
Oh, yeah. Definitely. Goldsmith says, I don't really like the normal looking Space Marines, but I think Death Guard and Thousand Suns have some good looks. I definitely agree. The Death Guard especially.
Death Guard.
Yeah.
Especially if you get those really special, what are they called, the Space Marine Heroes models.
Mm.
Those ones are nice, because they have the little nurglings on the bases.
I just love the word nurglings. It's just fucking so good.
Which always makes me sad, because GW don't sell the nurglings on their own.
Really?
I just imagine how much would they make if they just sold them on their own in a box.
I mean, you could just glue them on. Like...
Yeah. It'd be like Citadel
God.
Skulls, but Citadel Nurglings.
Imagine my whole Tau army with just Nurglings on the basis.
Oh my. Especially like you get that like little Nurgling wearing the Plague Marine helmet.
Yep.
He's just like, he's so happy to be there.
Goldsmithers has a special plate in his heart for the Plague Burst crawler.
Yeah, those things are insane.
Alright. I think I've done cleaning up for now. One of the things I do like about White Scar,
yeah,
as a layer, is when I go a bit too ham with the contrast paints and I need to clean it up. When you put White Scar down and then you put contrast back over, it covers it really well. The issue with a lot of whites is that it stands out when you go back over with contrast. But this one I found, like, you can see it, but very slightly. It's almost unnoticeable, which is very helpful.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like when I started back there, like last year, I was using a lot of contrast. But I've been starting to like edge out of using contrasts a lot.
Yeah.
Like I mainly only use it for stuff like when I'm painting Space Marines or something where you paint like the joints in their armor.
Yeah. I'm just very lazy. And I paint because I enjoy it, not because I'm good.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And I don't think my brain could handle using like layers and bases and just taking all that time to do the shadows. Like it's just so much easier just to use contrast and just, you know, work on a model for an hour and then put it to the side and you're done.
Very true.
So that, and I what's the word? Oh, God, I cannot think today.
Is it just tiredness?
No, I just can't think. I do a lot of models at once, like on a line, and I do.
Yeah, batch painting.
That's the one, batch painting. So it's a lot easier to batch paint with contrast.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So. Yeah, Goldsmithers, I'm slowly learning to do all those things, but holy cow, is it a lot of work. That is exactly my thoughts. I'm a busy man. I don't have time to learn layers and bases. Contrast, though. I got time for that.
I try to learn from videos, but I'm more of a just throw something at the wall and see what sticks.
Yeah.
Kind of person. I was like, oh, this is a nice color. I'll try that.
I'm exactly the same. Like, if I see a, like, all of the little, they're like, what do you call it? Like, wraps?
Yeah.
That's all layer.
Yeah, that's, I want to say Mephiston Red?
Nope.
Oh.
It's, Word Bearer's Red.
Word Bearer? I don't remember that being a color. Wait, is there actually a color called Word Bearer's Red?
Yep, it's this one. It's a layer.
Holy crap.
Yeah. So I use a mix, and obviously I use the bronze for the weapons.
Yeah.
But yeah, I use a mix, but most of it's.
I think for doing bronze, a color I've been using a lot for bronze stuff is Rune Lord Brass. Oddly enough, because it's more of a weathered brass or bronze.
Goldsmith has spent 3 hours on a bolt gun the other day.
What the hell? 3 hours on a bolt gun? What are you doing? A competition piece?
Yeah, I don't have time for that. I do not have time for that.
3 hours on a bolt gun? Did you at least drill the barrel? Just a perfectionist. Fair enough.
Fair enough. Yeah, look, if I'm completely honest, I don't even do mold lines for like the majority of mine. Like I do sometimes, but I'm just lazy.
I try my best to get rid of mold lines, but sometimes they're so awkwardly placed that if you were to scrape them off, it would take a lot of detail off the model.
Yeah, I'm a big believer in the what is it? The 3 feet rule, the 2 foot rule. If they look good from 2 feet away, it's good enough for me. That's
fair enough.
If it looks good on a table, I've done a good job. That's how I see it.
Yeah. Like you're not entering Golden Demon or anything.
No, I don't ever plan to do competitions or like. I do it because it's fun, not because I'm.
Oh, definitely. Like
good at painting.
Like the mentality I have is, as long as you're proud in what you've done.
Yeah.
Then that's all that matters. Like, as long as you're happy with the work you've done.
Yeah, and it's like considering I came into the hobby with 0 art experience.
Yeah.
I'm pretty happy with how, and I've cheated because I use contrasts, but I'm happy with how my models have turned out. So.
Red. Some of that corn red. Corn red. Blood for the blood god.
Blood for the blood god?
Yes.
Excuse me, blood god? Do you have a moment of your time for the blood god?
Could you spare a moment for our Lord and Savior, Corn?
Oh, that reminds me. So at university last semester, I was doing a biology unit, which is
Yeah.
Which is, you know, very like the basic plant and animal biology. Um, and we had to come up with a group name when we were growing corn. So we named our group Corn Hub.
Corn Hub.
Yep. But we spelt corn with a K, like corn.
Oh, like the band.
Yeah. And apparently the staff had a good laugh. Like they thought it was hilarious.
Corn.
Yep. Yeah, we were just memeing because we didn't want everybody was like team, like they would just use their initials or whatever, and we were like, that's boring as fuck. Like,
you were thinking, nah, son.
Nah, Corn Hub.
Corn Hub.
Hey guys, welcome back to Corn Hub. Yeah, I thought we were being pretty smart. Goldsmithers. But yeah, I'm sad that I'm not going to get to do any more science units, but oh well.
Oh, what units do you have to do this semester?
Oh no, I've dropped. So I'm not dropped. I've changed degrees slightly. Basically, the direction career-wise I'm kind of aiming for. It would have been fine to have a science degree, but it's more pressing that I get out of university quicker than it would be to do the extra year to get into science, to finish science. So I was doing a double degree before in historical and political studies and marine and freshwater biology, but I have dropped the marine and freshwater biology and I'm just finishing my historical and political studies degree, which means I'll be finished at the end of next year, which is at this moment in time a lot more beneficial to me than finishing the science part. So
yeah,
which is a shame because I was really enjoying it. My grades were really good, but it's not kind of the direction life is pushing me at the moment. So
that is fair.
But yeah, me and Berna might be starting a podcast soon. Should be interesting. Yeah, it's very... What was that? Sorry?
Don't you already have one with Windham?
Yes.
The Bulb Boys?
Yeah, Bulb Boys it's a meme. It's a meme podcast where we just talk about ourselves. But me and Berna, he studies international relations.
Right.
And I study politics, and we got talking the other night, and we had such a fun time talking that we were like, we should monetize this.
That's how it always goes.
So, yeah, you know, since our degrees and interests kind of align in a similar way, where we're like, we should just talk about this and make money from it. So, or try and make money anyways. Good. So. But yeah, we were talking a lot of heavy topics though. Not very much that would not be a VTT channel sponsored event.
Yeah.
A lot of deep.
Be just its own thing.
Yeah. Personal channels and YouTube and such. So, but that'll be something I do when I have time, not a scheduled thing.
It's just I don't know why, but the idea just came into my mind of doing it's just like if you did like a politic themed like podcast, but it's based around the politics of your D&D campaign.
Oh my god, that'd be fun. Oh,
wait, what's the realm called again?
Iruvian? Yeah. Iruvian.
Yeah. Iruvian tonight.
I just realized that could be fun. We could do like VTuber elections.
VTuber elect.
Like on Twitter.
Yeah.
We'll do like live streams which are like literally news broadcasts, like reporting on what their policies are and how the voters are going. We cut
Oh
to an
my
interview
God.
with some random VTuber. That could be fun.
I'm actually in talks with actually getting into a D&D campaign, actually.
Oh, that's exciting. A
Yeah,
streamed one or just a regular one?
Oh no, a streamed one.
Mm.
Another VTuber called Mechubus is getting a group together to do the Humblewood
Oh, yeah,
source book.
Humblewood's cool.
Yeah. So I came up with a character, and we both agreed it is basically just the owl from Winnie the Pooh, but as a cleric.
Nice.
Because I was like, give me that community domain.
I'm excited to go back to uni tomorrow, but at the same time, it's like I have to get up so early, though.
Yeah.
Relatively speaking. So, yeah, the university I go to has 3 campuses, but
Ouch.
usually I'm only at one of the 2 closest to me. But
That's
I
not
was,
too bad.
all of last year, for the past year, I've been going to the one that's furthest away.
Ouch.
Hey,
Also,
Yume.
hello, you. Hey, Yume.
But yeah, for the last year, I've been going to the campus that was furthest away from me. It was
painful.
100 kilometers.
Ooh.
Yep, twice a week, driving. Because Australian public transport isn't the most reliable. And I wasn't going to get on a train at 6 o'clock in the morning, so.
Seen plenty things about trains in Australia.
It's fine. We don't have, they don't go to, a wide variety of places. At least where I live, anyways. We have, 4 train lines, and that's it.
But again, granted, a lot of my knowledge of Australian culture and society comes from a comedian.
Oh, Lou Spears?
No, Geordie.
Friendly Geordies?
Friendly Geordies.
Oh,
yeah.
Wow, yeah, that's an introduction to Australian culture right there. Yeah. Have you heard about the legal stuff he's going through at the moment?
I have. I saw the video of arresting Christo.
Yep.
That was mad.
Yep. So, and hopefully they win, and they can kick the deputy premier out of his fucking high horse. His dick.
Or barrel arrow.
Yeah.
Can't believe that's normally that's sort of a thing that you wouldn't brag about.
Yeah, you'd think. It's not corruption because I was open about it. It's still corruption, buddy. Just because you say it, if you say, "Hey, I did this," but it's not corruption though, doesn't make it not corruption.
I just dropped the model.
Oh no!
Where did he go?
Goldsmith is your public transport as bad as it is in the US? No, it's not. I've heard about your public transport system. No, our public transport system isn't that bad. It's where I live. It's not bad. It just is limited.
Okay. He's okay.
He's okay.
He's okay. Nothing broke.
Whenever I drop I've done it a few times where I've dropped a mini, onto the ground, like a wet mini, and it's picked up cat hair as it was on the floor.
Oh.
And I'm like, I pick it up and I'm like, oh god, and I have to pick it all up.
There's one model here on my desk that's very daunting towards me right now, and I'm very nervous to try and even paint it.
Which one? Oh
This
boy.
Yeah, like the body the body turned out perfectly. It's just that banner has got to be trouble.
Yeah, that looks. Oh, Godspeed, my friend. Godspeed.
Yeah.
But the way, like, I would kind of describe Barilaro, the prick, is I would describe him as, you can call a cat, doesn't change the fact you murdered it.
Oh, that's just, oh.
Like, that's how he kind of lives his life. He kills cats, and then when people say you killed that cat, he's like, no, it's just a cat. Yeah, buddy, but you killed it. Doesn't change the fact. So.
Plus the fact that he literally looks like he's part of the mob.
Oh, yeah, he does.
He literally looks like he's a mob member.
Yeah. Well, one of the biggest ethnic groups here in Australia, oh, not where I live, but over east, is Italian. Italian Australians are super common. They're all over the place.
It's like where they get that the terminology of what is it called, a wog?
Yeah, wogs. That's what we call. They're not necessarily Italian.
Is it meant to be sort of like a?
It's a derogatory term, but they.
Okay, it is meant to be derogatory.
Yes,
okay.
But it's been reclaimed by them. So the only people you'll hear calling them wogs are people themselves.
Okay.
They'll call themselves
wogs. A wog would only call themselves a wog. You wouldn't hear someone else call them that.
Like close friends and stuff, if they're like making jokes. Like I have a couple of friends who are of like that kind of descent.
Fair enough.
And they don't really give a shit because it doesn't really. It's even especially over here where I live. I live, opposite to where most of that was all happening. So, they don't. It wasn't really a part of their lives. It's more of a meme here than anything. So. Yeah, I'm glad my playlist did you well, Yume. I hope I've converted you to the cult that is musical theatre.
What playlist was it?
I sent him a mega playlist of all my favourite songs, and it was like 100 songs long.
Oh my god.
Although, from the sounds of it, I think he listened to pretty much all of it, which is fun.
Impressive.
So, what did I call it? I think I called it Merlin Chan's Mega Playlist.
Merlin Chan's Mega Playlist.
Yep.
Oh my goodness.
But yeah, Australian politics is interesting. There's a lot of beef actually going on at the moment. I don't know whether you would have heard, but our East Coast is pretty much fucked at the moment.
Politically or just general?
Oh, coronavirus.
Oh yeah.
The big bad.
I heard Big Scotty bungled that one up.
Oh yeah, but he can't seem to take responsibility for himself and his government, and he's blamed it on literally everybody else.
Except himself.
Yep, everybody except himself and his government. He's like, oh, it's the company's fault. And like, nope, they sent you all the ones they were contracted to send you.
So, it's a state issue.
Oh, it's a state issue. Yeah, but you're the one who ordered them, though. Like, it's a federal government issue. Yeah,
it was like that with...
Nah.
It's sort of similar to like what happened with the Ruby Princess that time, wasn't it?
Yep, it was very, very
because
like
Gladys was like just completely deflecting the responsibility.
Yeah, she's like, oh, but it was the Australia Border Police's job to keep them on the ship, and I'm like, yeah, but
it was a health issue.
But it was a health issue, which is state. So, and they still report to like if there was an issue, like State government could have said something, but no. Never Gladys's fault.
To be honest, it's kind of like what's happening over here right now. Like, we don't have a problem with vaccinations.
Yeah.
Where our government is having trouble is they keep dragging their heels on letting hospitality sector reopen.
Yeah.
Like, they were supposed to open back in January.
Yeah.
And only now are they letting them open back up with a huge caveats. It's insane.
Yeah, I feel sorry for tourism and hospitality.
Yeah, it's even worse here because Ireland's kind of built off the hospitality sector.
Yeah, I'd imagine so.
Like, tourism is like our main money maker.
Because you live in the Republic, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. That and you guys have weird tax laws as well for companies, right?
They have a lot of tax breaks for companies.
Yeah, because I know that
it's like a lot of companies are enticed to come over here.
Yeah.
Because they don't have to pay. I think the most they have to pay is like 8 or 7%.
Wow, that's nothing.
I know Amazon pays literally nothing.
Yeah.
But yet we have to pay tons in VAT.
VAT
I think our value added tax.
Is that like for products and stuff?
Yeah. So it's like an extra tax on top of what you already pay for the product.
Yeah. Is it like, would it be 10%? What is it for you guys?
12.5 here.
12.5. Yeah, we have that. It's called the goods and services tax in Australia. It's an extra 10%. Yeah, my state actually, we just got out of a big fight, like a decade-long fight with the Australian government, because my state, Western Australia, makes a lot of money. We have a tiny population, but we make a lot of money because of mining. Because if you've seen a map of Western Australia, it's freaking huge.
Yeah, that's like, when you're talking mining, you're talking, like, that's Palmer and all that, isn't it?
Yeah, that's our entire, all of our money comes from mining, basically, in Western Australia. But for our GST, so for our, we would get taxed, but we would only get 30% of it back, like for our state government.
Oh.
Yeah, so the federal government, the GST goes to the federal government, and then they reallocate it to the states.
Wow.
And we got 30% of ours back. Which is
horrid.
Exactly. So it's like, oh, why is Western Australia so shit? Like at infrastructure. I'm like, we've got no money, dickhead. Like,
all our money's going elsewhere.
Exactly. It's all going to New South Wales. They were getting like 100. They were getting 160%. They were getting more than what they gave in GST.
That's mad.
And
they waste it on a big road that nobody uses.
Yep. Mm-hmm. They need to improve their public transport.
West Connects.
Yeah, Goldsmith says my hotel is just starting to pick back up, and Texas has been fully open for months now.
Damn, that is painful.
Yeah, but that's Texas, isn't it?
I think that's kind of a thing in America as a whole right now. I think because like it's not only that it's like a state thing about reopening. It's like you've also got, for lack of a better term, idiots at the federal level trying to slow things down.
Yeah, look, America's a whole can of worms.
Yeah, that's you definitely need a podcast to explain that one.
Yeah. It's so funny though. Did you see? There's a town in southwestern Australia called Albany. And there was debris from one of NASA's shuttles a couple months ago that fell in the town. And this tiny little town in Western Australia sent NASA a $400 fine for littering from space debris.
Oi! Stop dropping your shit on our houses.
Yeah, literally. And apparently it's gone unpaid.
Oh, NASA.
Yeah. I find that quite funny.
That is kind of funny. Not
This
gonna lie.
tiny town in Australia just trying to pick a fight with NASA, being like, "Oi, cunts, stop!"
As you do.
It's Australia. Oi, stop littering!
Yeah.
Stop littering in our town.
It's like that. It's like that joke in The Simpsons, when Bart like prank calls the Australian kid.
Yeah.
It's just like, that's a bloody outrage, that is. Gotta get me, I gotta get me member of Parliament. Mr. Parliament. Andy.
Andy.
All right, lads. Good word.
I find it so funny when Americans try to do Australian accents.
I try.
It's like, obviously, because it is my accent. It's easy, but
yeah.
Although mine is, I think have we talked accents before? I don't know if I've talked about accents with you.
I don't think so.
From an Australian standpoint, I have a very weak accent, generally speaking.
Right.
So like, we've got a huge country, but because of our small population, like, people from, the East Coast and the West Coast sound exactly the same. Like,
Right.
We don't have widely variations in accent. It's only when you go to, like, rural Queensland where they're like, "Oh yeah, g'day, hop in my fucking ute." Then it's like, you get your Steve Irwins and shit, where it's like real.
It's chucker in the ute, eh?
Yeah, just chucker in the ute.
Chucker. What's like when I think of like Australian accents, you have like those like the bumpkins as they call them, or what was the other term? Bogans.
Yeah.
Or there was another term I heard Geordies use before called bunyips.
Yeah, bunyips. Yeah. Well, a bunyip is a Australian, like a Aboriginal Australian mythical animal.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, but you can also use it to describe a really dumb person.
Bunyip.
So you call them a bunyip.
And then there you got people like David Kosh, and his accent. Koshy.
Wait, actually no. I think bunyip is an old word for sheep.
Bunyip.
I'm pretty sure.
Let's have a. Bunyip is a creature from Australian Aboriginal.
I was right the first time.
Yeah. Holy crap, bunyips look fucking terrifying.
Yeah, they are.
Holy shit.
You think
like with a name like that?
You think
the Aboriginals
are scary? Look
at the fucking bunyips.
Yeah, man.
That looks terrifying. But why is it? There's apparently a statue of one near the Murray Darling, but I'm looking at it, but it just looks like Slimer from Ghostbusters. You'd let that glaze dry. Because I've been trying a lot with like glazes lately with these guys.
Oh yeah.
Because I want to try and make it look like the weapons have that kind of glow to them.
It's pretty cool. Okay. Let's do the jet packs on these guys.
I'm kind of tempted to get the Kill Team box when it comes out. Just for that one orc commando with the beanie.
I need to look into this actually. In that case.
Yeah. Because it's all new like commando sculpts.
Ooh, that's fun.
And one of them is like a Gretchen dressed up like a ninja.
Oh my god. Orcs just have the best, like, they can literally be anything. Because they're so dumb.
Then also the plastic Krieg models.
I'm still looking forward to building a crisis suit and then putting an orc head on it. boy.
Then, oh, there's the other thing. You got a bomb squig in the commando team.
Ooh.
I will post it in the general chat of the Discord for you.
Oh yeah, I definitely need that. That looks awesome.
Just look at that one with the beanie in the bottom left. It
Oh my god.
looks like I'm hobo.
It's so dumb. I love it. I'm looking forward to next few weeks. It's supposed to be really wet and windy, which is nice.
I would kill for some cold weather right now. We've had a heat wave here the last week or so, and it's made doing anything with my computer impossible.
Yeah. I definitely feel that. That's most summers in Australia. Hey, could you cool down 3 degrees and then my computer will actually work? I used to get heat warnings constantly on my computer.
Ouch.
Before I got air conditioning.
Yep, Europe still don't understand what air conditioning is, so...
Well, to be fair, for like most of the year you don't need it.
Yeah.
Plenty of Australians I know don't have air conditioning either. Which is dumb, but, you know, each to their own.
Is that not just because they're, like, used to the heat?
Like, I lived without aircon for like 8 years. So, I know how it be. But, like, it's very hard to sleep sometimes. Gets to some points where it's like trying to sleep during, like, your heat waves are bad, but trying to sleep in 43-degree heat at night is pretty rough.
No thanks. We could barely survive at 22.
Yeah. So, yeah, it gets to like it'll like 43 overnight because of like humidity and stuff. It just, yeah, it can get pretty rough.
Ugh. That would be absolutely murdering.
Yeah. Like, you get used to it, but like, there is usually back when I didn't have it. There was 1 week in a year where we struggled big time. Rest of the time, it was uncomfortable, but it was fine. Then that 1 week would hit, and it's just like, oh boy, I'm not gonna get sleep for the next week, but that's okay. Yeah, there used to be nights when I was in primary school. I'd literally, you know, go to bed, and I'd just lie there with no covers, like no sheets on. It was too hot, and I'd just sit there, and I'd just look out my window, and I just, you know, just lay there and then watch the sun come up eventually, because it was too hot to sleep. And just be like, okay, I guess that's the time.
I was actually looking into doing a better cooling for my computer, but the fan hub I want to get that's in my price range is out of stock everywhere.
Oh, that's rough.
Yeah, and it could fit like 10 fans onto it, so it's like, oh, that would have been perfect.
Okay, now which color did I want to use? Where's my other purple? There it is. Pretty sure that's that one. Let's give this a try. Purples can be really hit or miss with contrast.
Oh yeah, definitely. Well, it's a hit and miss color in general, really.
Yeah, which is a shame because it's my main,
It's like the consistency can vary wildly depending on the brand.
Yeah. At least with the Citadel contrast ones, it's very easy to see brush like strokes.
Yeah.
Which is a pain. Yeah, I'm basically using these Fire Warriors as kind of a test for these new purple contrast paints I have.
Yeah.
To try and see what sticks.
Not a bad idea.
There we are.
I gotta lie, I have another stream on the background and I just heard someone say the worst pun ever.
Yeah.
As a super chat. I make a lot of jokes about retired people, but none of them work.
God.
Let that one sink into your mind for a second.
Yep, it's sunk. It's there.
It's painful.
I've actually forgotten how I painted my other Fire Warriors. I'm gonna have to go grab them. I've forgotten what they look like. Yeah, that's what I did. Cool. That's going to be hard to replicate with my new paints. But here we go.
There's a first time for everything, Merlin.
Sure is. Okay. So once those are finished, what are you planning on painting next?
Once I've got these done, I am actually planning to get the last few models of the Dominion box half that I have done, which are the Vindictors. And I'm going to be using them to actually do a tutorial video on how to do this paint scheme.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. Oh my.
Oh my.
Oh my, indeed. Some new models just got shown off on Warhammer Community, and they look beautiful.
Ooh.
Big Dargans. Oh, yeah. 2 big dragons for AOS.
Oh, that's exciting.
Hold on, I will send the images.
Please do.
If I had the space for them, I would buy them.
I think they're probably going to end up in my house at some point. Astrid sees big dragons and she's like, I need them.
Dragons!
Like, that's literally the reason she wants to play Chaos, is to get the big...
Just because she wants Archaon.
Yeah. Oh,
I kind of
wow.
want to get one of... Yeah, they're nice, aren't they?
I want to get them for D&D.
Yeah. Like, those are perfect for, like, red and blue dragons.
They really are. Wow.
And, like, if you were skilled at, like, green stuff, you could take that blue one, right?
Yeah.
Green stuff, like, frills along the spine, and paint it up as a silver dragon.
That could be cool.
Yeah. Holy crap.
It's gonna be cool. God, I can't speak. It's gonna be cool seeing like conversions and stuff of those.
Mm.
And I think honestly, the bigger AOS gets, like the more like the D&D community is gonna start getting their hands on them.
Yeah.
Like one of my mates buys like AOS models just to use for D&D.
If they weren't so expensive, I would buy more of that for that as well.
It's just one
And
of those things.
If I had the space, I would actually build like a D&D board.
Yeah. I'd love to have a D&D table, but it's quite expensive. Okay. And the hands are... I'm going to need a smaller brush for this. It's time for a smaller brush.
Oh.
Yeah, after a long hiatus, my home D&D game is going to be starting up soon as well. Should be fun.
Nice.
So, yeah, we're in the middle of playing a... It's not playing D&D, but we're playing the superhero game.
The super game?
Yeah, the one, my superhero game that I've created, my RPG.
Oh, nice.
So, yeah, I'm excited. I just need to remember what the hell was going on. It's been like 4 months?
Ouch.
So, I'm gonna have to try and remember what I was DMing. It's the eternal DM struggle. Just to remember what the hell you were DMing. Oh, I have a work story.
Oh.
From a little while ago. So I work at a unspecified clothing retailer. Because it is an international company, so I don't want to... It's not like a local kind of thing. And I had a guy... This is quite a while ago, but I had a guy come up to me. He's like, hey, can I return like a pair of jeans? I was like, sure, but I noticed he doesn't have like a bag on him or anything. He's like, just came in. And he's like, yeah, they're the ones I'm wearing. And I'm like, I'm like, let me think about that one, pal. I'm like, right. And I'm like, well, I'm afraid they need to have like their original tags and like they need to be.
I mean,
they need to be like, yeah,
not currently worn.
yeah. And he's just oh, sorry.
You have to admire his confidence at doing that, though.
Yeah. And I'm like, when did you buy them? Like, you know, because if they're faulty or something. Because if he came in and he's like, oh, they're faulty, like, I put them on, I came here and I've noticed, like, they're faulty, right? I would have been a little bit more lenient if that was the case, right? Yeah. And he's like, no, I've had them for 3 months. Like, I've been wearing them for 3 months straight. And I'm like, no, I'm not going to give you a refund. Like, on what planet
would that work?
Would that work? I'm like, we have a 1 month return policy, so I'm afraid you're not eligible anymore. Starts going off at me, and I'm like, dude, like, you've been wearing them for 3 months. They're not faulty. Like, no, you just don't like them anymore. You can't just exchange it. What the hell?
That's just so weird.
Some customers are just interesting, I'll say. Ah, that's fun.
What is?
There's one angle, like, on my model where it's not, like, primed. Not,
Ouch.
like, yeah. It should be fine. Just, it's more annoying than anything else. Have you been watching much of the Olympics?
I watched the opening ceremony. And saw that they used video game music for it.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Just like, ooh, wait, hold on, is that Final Fantasy?
Yeah. Yeah, I've been watching.
It's Japan. It's Japan, of course they would have done that.
Yeah, of course they had to.
Contractually obligated that they do that at this.
Oh, I saw this weird TikTok about how like weird historical like things that happened at the same time.
Yeah.
And so Nintendo, the company, was founded whilst Abraham Lincoln was still alive.
What?
Yeah. Because it was founded in 1860 as like a card game company. Like a playing card company.
Oh, my brain.
Yeah, I know.
My brain.
It's like all these like weird historical coincidences. Like when the telegraph was created, there is a chance that a literal samurai, because this was before that the samurai system was like, you know, moved along, could have sent a telegraph to somebody. It's like, what the? It's wild.
Insane.
Cool. That guy dry? How's this guy doing? I'm also very excited to start back with Irivian Nights this week.
Oh,
So we've had a 3-week break.
Really?
Yeah, well, we had
I really,
oh, sorry. You go.
I really need to sit down and actually catch up.
Yeah. Yeah, whenever you got time. We've had some people sick and absent and have IRL things, so it's kind of been one of those things where it's like, okay, it's going to be one of those times where none of our schedules are lining up, which is fine. It happens.
Yeah.
But yeah, not too much is happening. Oh, shit. I don't think.
No major conflict or political upheaval yet.
Well, I can't spoil too much, but stuff's happening, and yeah, at the moment Lucy is unconscious and in a yeah, he decided to go to like the most country that doesn't care about like freedom of speech, and decided to give some speeches about how like they're conscripting kids and stuff. And yeah, you can imagine he got
someone's getting rocks flung at him.
Yeah, he kindly got shot by some crossbows.
Kindly shot.
Yeah, he was kindly shot by some crossbows.
In what we like to call a isolated incident.
There is no war in Ba Sing Se.
As long as you don't harm the cabbages, you will be fine.
So yeah, he's currently unconscious, and what we were gonna do is there was gonna be an episode of them like figuring out how to like either get him free or like going to the trial and stuff. But because we had a week, the game where we were gonna do that, people couldn't make it because people were not well. They were sick and stuff. So now I'm gonna have to try and figure out how to write him back in, or prison break or whatever. So I don't know what the characters will do.
Prison riot,
yeah. Trying to predict what player characters will do is a futile task, so I don't even bother anymore.
I think what's happened so far in the Wrath of Glory campaign I'm in with the Commissar and them is that we're dealing with a feudal world that is in talks with defecting to the greater.
As they should.
So we're but we're trying to convince them not to.
See, but I'll just say this, right?
Greater good.
As a rebuttal, space communists. Just saying.
Counter argument. Space anarchy.
Counter argument. The Emperor sucks.
Oh boy.
Oh, heresy.
Well, you're lucky there's no Inquisitor there.
Exactly.
Because our group consists of me being an Escher ganger, the Commissar as a rust stalker pretending to be a Commissar, our friend Velstro is playing a Iron Hands tactical Marine. We have a Tech Priest who mostly attacks by using the Rite of Magnometrics to pelvic thrust into his enemies. And then we have a Great Crusade era rogue trader who just woke up from cryosleep.
Oh, fun.
Yeah.
So it just jumped into my head when you mentioned one of the weapons. There's that orc gun where they suck up a Gretchen and teleport it inside of a person.
Yeah.
Like, I just love that so much. They're just like, here, come here, Gretchen, and they just suck him into a vacuum cleaner and just teleport it to
I
someone.
can't remember. Is that the... No, it's not the shock attack gun, is it?
It might be. I can't remember.
Gretchen gun.
Gretchen gun.
Warhammer.
Ah, GG. That's what you say when you fire it.
GG.
Because it's all over. It's all over when you shoot the
Oh, it's the
Gretchen
zap gun.
The zap gun, yeah.
Or... the... Oh, no, I was right the first time. It was the shock attack gun.
Mm.
Because I'm looking at the lexicon and it says, no one knows exactly how it does it, but the shock attack gun projects a narrow force field through the warp, beginning at the end of the barrel and ending roughly where the gun is aimed. The portals look like small spinning black holes. In this way, it is possible for living creatures to travel through the warp.
Orcs. Orcs, everybody.
Science.
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 Just reminds
Also
me.
kindly fell from 30 feet in
He
the
did.
air.
So what he did is
What?
he climbed a clock tower, right?
Oh,
and
no.
then started giving, poetic speeches about how war is bad and how they were like conscripting youths. And the local guards were not happy with that, as they would be, because that's treason. So they shot him. I think that was kind. I think that, yeah, and then he fell 30 feet.
Oh, sure.
So I think that's fair.
Yeah. Wait, you're a total stranger to them, and you've just come into their land spouting about how their policy is bad.
Yeah. Well, technically, it is his land. He is human, but...
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, like, in terms of, like,
Yeah, I know exactly
local...
what you mean. Yeah.
Locality. Just like, hold on. Did he just come into our town just to talk, just to badmouth our military policy? It's a bloody outrage, that is.
He is a bard. That's what they do.
Bards. Also known as dissidents.
Yeah. Although, also judging from where this freaking campaign's going at the moment, looks like the rogue and the bard are going to fuck each other at some point as well. It's just like...
Wow.
Like, it's not the first time I'll probably have to DM player character romances, but it's like, didn't expect to get there so soon.
Just happens.
Yeah, it just happened. So
I feel like your bard has learned from the school of Scanlan.
Oh, 100%.
School of Scanlan short.
I love Scanlan so much.
Did you see they actually started up their own publishing company now?
Yeah, Darrington Press. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. I'm like, what? Hold on. Terry has his own book house now?
Yeah. Critical Role are very powerful. And they will just continue to become more powerful as time goes on.
Yeah.
It is funny how, player character romances go, but it is strange how whenever it seems to happen in my groups, it's always between Astrid and somebody else. It's just like, I'd like, other players would be nice. But no, Astrid every time's like, my character's horny, and I'm like, I'm unsurprised. But... Okay. Just coming along okay.
That's a nice colour for your Fire Warriors, actually.
Which one specifically? The purple?
The one, the purple.
It sticks out pretty well. I like it. It's not too dark. I believe that colour is Majos purple.
Majos.
I think I'm using a different color purple on my Riptide though. Believe I'm using Shyish. Depends.
I don't have. Oddly enough, I don't even have that many GW paints in my arsenal.
Really?
Yeah, like, let's see, the majority of GW stuff I use is mostly just metallics. Like, Runelord Brass, Grey Knight Steel, Iron Warriors, Retributor Armor. I do have Dawnstone, Wild Rider Red, and Corn Red, though. But, like, the rest of my paints are mostly, like, Army Painter, Vallejo, Scale 75.
It's really hard to get those paints where I am. Yeah, there's only one place that does them, and it's, you know, up in the city, so it's like an hour drive.
Ouch.
Yeah. Or actually, it's really difficult to drive there, so I'd actually have to get a train there. And you know, I'm not going that far for paint.
Fair.
So
fair.
I just get the GW paints just because it's easier, really.
I think for me, because I have the availability, I just go with the other brands because you can get more for the same price.
Yeah, and that's definitely fair enough. I would if they were more available to me, but
yeah, because like here, like a metallic would cost like maybe €4 or €5 from GW. Where if I get a metallic from say like Army Painter, I can get like 2 or 3 bottles for the same price. And plus also dropper bottles.
Yeah, definitely. I do find, you know, I don't find painting out of the pot too difficult.
I don't know, but it's just like once you start getting used to using dropper bottles, you kind of like you don't want to go back.
Definitely, I do want to get into that eventually, but
as far as I know, there's a new brand coming out soon that I'm hoping to try.
Ooh, that's exciting.
Yeah, because Duncan is actually putting out his own paint brand now.
Ooh.
Yeah, with his mascot Sir Coat.
Sir what?
Sir Coats.
Oh my god, that's funny.
As in, like, considering his whole gimmick of the 2-tin coat. Still remember all the memes from that. Like the one someone photoshopped him on a cosplayer of a commissar. And it's just like, you will tin your paint or I shall tin your ranks.
Holy moly. These Fire Warriors are coming along pretty well.
Yeah.
I think all I have left, really, is these guys are actually, legit, almost done.
Nice.
I just need to wait for this to dry. And then I can go in with, honestly, the hardest contrast paint to use, Apothecary White.
Oh, yeah.
That
one's always a challenge.
I love it. It looks amazing, but it's very difficult.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and like a bit like the purple brush, it's very easy to see if you've brushed it in a certain way or if you've, if it's too.
If you let it pool up, it looks really bad.
Yeah. So, but you know, we'll see how it goes. Looking back at my old models, I'm like, oh my god, I need to go back and. I'm just gonna buy a whole nother start collecting box and do them all in my new kind of style.
Yeah.
I do want to keep these the way they are. I don't want to strip them and repaint them.
Yeah, because like they're a sign of like how far you've come.
Exactly. Like even if you like, let me. Like look at these two. Like I'll try and hold them as close as I can. Like, let me see.
Ooh.
So the one with the purple helmet is, you know, where I am now.
Yeah.
And it's a whole lot cleaner than these old ones.
Oh yeah. Definitely. Like, it really shows like that you've come a long way.
Yeah. So, Yeah, and that's only like, what, a year?
Yeah.
So, it's crazy how long I've been in the hobby now. Well, I guess once I do the apothecary white on that, I think I'm just about done for the evening. I have a feeling. How are you going with yours?
Not bad, not bad. Just painting the parchment that's wrapped around one of the praetor's halberds at the moment.
That's fun. I'm excited to eventually build these war bikers. It's going to be so much fun.
Yeah. I think the one thing I'm most excited in my collection to actually get down to working with, but I really want to knock down backlog first, is I still have the McFarlane Toys Intercessor action figure, like the artist proof one.
Oh, that's cool.
Sitting downstairs, ready to be sprayed and painted. But I want to kind of I want to get through stuff so I can focus on it fully.
Yeah, definitely. I kind of I want to try and do mini makers as much as I can whilst I'm at uni, because I do feel like when I'm at uni my painting just gets put on pause.
Yeah,
because I'm just too busy.
Well, I mean, you could use it as a good way to decompress from uni.
That's true.
Like even if it's only like 2 or so hours a week, like.
Yeah, and that's the thing. That's why I want to try and keep doing it as much as I can, because otherwise I'm not going to do it at all.
Yeah.
So if I have a set time each week, streaming is only really an excuse to keep me like to it.
Yeah.
There we are.
For me, streaming is just a way to challenge my kind of low self-confidence. Because it's pushing me out of a lot of my comfort zones.
That's good though. Comfort zones are... I think I watched a video about comfort zones. Like, you need comfort zones. 'Cause they're important. But when you get trapped in comfort zones is where it gets...
Yeah.
But that surprises me, because you're, you've got amazing content. Love watching your streams.
Oh, thank you.
I really need like a one of those things they use to dry nails.
Oh yeah, like a UV lamp.
So that when I want something to dry really quickly, I can just put it under there for a couple seconds to like dry, so I can do the next coat or whatever.
I think what some people do is they use hair dryers, like like the lowest setting.
I could do. Oh shit! I could do that. It'd just be so loud.
It would be.
All right, let's try this apothecary white. Let's see how this goes. All right. I might have to clean some of it up afterwards, because this apothecary white goes everywhere.
Oh yeah.
Okay. I love it how it's a white, like apothecary white, quote unquote. It's definitely grey.
this got quiet.
Yeah, yeah. Sorry.
I ended up focusing too much.
Yeah, I love. I honestly forgot I was even streaming for like a hot second there.
Yeah, I was just like, hold on.
I did think though, I'm like, it's awfully quiet. Like, why don't I have a video on? I'm like, oh, it's because I am the video. Okay. Gonna have to do some extra layers of apothecary white over certain places, but that's fine. Okay. I'm gonna have to clean it up with some more
White Scar.
with White Scar and then with the grey. But
Yeah, it's looking pretty good.
it is looking pretty good. Yeah, it looks much cleaner than my old ones. Wow. Nice. Very nice. Alright. Let us continue. Alright, here is a pro tip for all the viewers out there. Be careful if you're a painter with a beard, because I just got beard hair mixed in with my brush.
Oh my god.
Yep. My beard's pretty long at the moment, so just...
Actually, I'll show you this model that came with the Dominion stuff that I'm very proud of how it turned out in the end. Just zoom it in.
That's cool.
Yeah. Yeah. Little... I don't even know what they're called. You can call it Dracolith. Because it's like a mix between a dragon and a griffin.
That's an interesting combination of mythical creatures.
It is, isn't it? I'm still not like 100% caught up on all the Age of Sigmar madness and lore.
Oh, I'm not even a bother. There's enough going on with 40k where I'm like, okay, I still don't know what's going on. But
down this rabbit hole, and then another rabbit hole.
There's a group of YouTubers I watch. They're a part of the Yogscast. Tom and Ben.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Have you seen Tom and Ben? They do.
I've heard of them.
They do a lot of Warhammer stuff, but they have a Warhammer lore show, which is oh, I forget what it's called specifically. It's called Lore or Lorehammer or Your Hammer. Which is basically, is this Warhammer lore or is it something I've made up?
Yeah.
And they have to guess, because Warhammer lore, they do both Sigmar and 40k, but the lore is so weird and there's so many sources and it's so old.
Well, it's like there's the thing GW used to say back in the day. Everything is canon, but not everything is true.
Yes.
So any story could be considered canon, but it may not be an accurate representation of that story.
Yeah. You don't know who up in the
because it could be a totally biased source.
Yeah, could be propaganda. Look, who isn't to say that Horus did the right thing?
Ooh. I mean, maybe. Who's to say Perturabo was not the better son?
Yep. Look, I'm just saying, maybe the Emperor deserves to be dead. That's all. Look, that's all I'm saying. Like, just want to.
It's like a video. It was I found a comic dub on YouTube the other day. It was like an orc doing online trolling, and then the orcs just write, "By the way, the elves did nothing wrong," and everyone loses their shit.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just in the background you hear, "Crump yourself." Crump yourself. And then a very angry dwarf on the other side of the screen.
Well, here are the 2 fire warriors basically done. I just need to do little, like these little bits in here, the circle thing.
Yeah.
I do in yellow to match the match the backpack.
I was tempted to do Cow at one point.
They're so much fun. I love them.
I was tempted to do Farsight Enclave.
Do it. I have well, I flip between 2. I run both regular Tau Sept and Farsight Enclaves. Like they're all in the same color scheme, so I can say, oh, it's Tau Sept or it's Farsight Enclave without it clashing. I don't have them in different color schemes.
Yeah.
Like I've shown you before, my Commander Farsight is in purple and bronze, like the rest of my army.
Yeah.
But this painting mechs is so fun. Like, yeah.
Yeah, no, I had a lot of fun painting the night that I did.
Mm.
Oh. I still have what are they called? The Triarch Stalker for the Necrons to paint. Because I've still got that near enough the entire Christmas Battle Force box for Necrons to paint.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So, like, mine, I have, like, how many armies now? Like 4 or 5 armies? Because I've got the Stormcast army. I've got a Primaris Force. I've got 2 Primaris Force, Necron, and then Sisters. So I have 5 armies on the go.
Oh my lord. I thought I was doing too much with 2. There we are. Let me line all these dudes up. Although, I think I do have a name for my little battalion of boys.
Yeah.
I don't know whether this was how they were supposed to be, like, glued, like, standing. But all of them seem to have their booties out.
Twerk boys.
Yeah, twerk boys. So I was gonna call them the booty boys.
The booty boys.
Especially this one. Look at this guy.
Yeah.
This guy definitely heads to the clubs. I'm just saying.
Booty boys.
Crumping on all them orkishly.
Crumping. Crumping.
You definitely know that's their signature dance move. Just crumping.
A crump.
Yep. Should they bash each other's heads in? Oi, come crump with me, and they just walk over and start bashing them.
Oh,
my lord.
oh.
But yeah, I think I've got 2 more boys left, and I'm done.
Nice.
Well, and then I need to do the heads still as well. But
Oh yeah, but the heads won't be.
no, it's like 2 coats of paint. Really?
Yeah, just green and
Green.
bone.
Green and yeah.
Oh, and then red eyes, but that's if you're painting eyes.
I'm not that. I'm not gonna bother with eyes. That's a lot of work that I don't have time to do. Cool. Well, I think we'll end it there for the evening. Thank you for joining me, Mari.
No problem. It was actually really fun.
I love it when it gets really quiet for a period and then we realize we're streaming.
Yeah,
Oh, shit.
you get in the zone of painting.
Yeah. Yeah, we might be back next week. I don't know what our schedules are going to be. Check Twitter if you want to know when we're streaming next. Mari, you want to plug yourself?
Sure, yeah. Again, for everyone, I am married a ganger, a totally fine and not infringing
Yep.
cyberpunk VTuber.
Not affiliated with Warhammer in any way.
Not at all. No, no, no,
Nope.
no. But you can find me over at twitch.tv/married a ganger or on Twitter at Mackie of War.
Amazing. And I'm Merlin the Magister. I'm around. You'll find me. Check us out on Twitter. We'll be back with Iruvian Nights and D&D this Saturday. There may be an episode of The Other Side, but I'm sure we'll let you know. We'll update you when we get a chance. Thank you for joining us. We've been VTuber Tabletop, and now it's time for us to go to the ending stream. Bye.
Bye.